Everyone, warm welcome. Happy International Women's Day. Today we are beginning a new series called Wake Up Women, and the intention of this series is to help women truly wake up to finances. A lot of myths and social conditioning comes in our way of waking up to finances as women. Today we are presenting a woman who not only broke out of her conditioning, she also helped her partner, her husband move beyond, and today both of them work as equals. So, presenting today Amrita Malhi to you. I am waiting for her to join in today as of now. I think she's here today. So let me see how to bring her in. Amrita, if you could send me a request. Okay. Let's see if we can bring her in. Okay. Let's see. My internet really has to work for this, okay?
Hi,
Hey, Amrita.
hi.
Hi, finally you're here.
Yes,
Very warm and happy International Women's Day to you and your family.
same to you.
Thank you. So, guys, here is Amrita Malhi. Let me tell you who she is for me. Before you actually know who she is actually for herself, I'll tell you who she is for me. So, she is a woman who woke up. She woke up to finances. She had exactly the same social conditioning you, I, and every woman in this country or outside this country in this world has. And some of us think, well, men are better with money. She also thought that. And many years she's worked in her life believing that, and then she broke out. So, number one, she's somebody who broke out of a certain way of thinking. Number two, she actually guided her family to go beyond their conditioning and build a new future for themselves. So, presenting to you guys Amrita Malhi on this beautiful special day in our Wake Up Women series. So, Amrita, warm welcome. Could you please tell us about yourself?
Hi, Priyanka. Thank you so much for having me here. So I am a aviation professional. I have been working for last 17 years. Um, I I have two children. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a working professional. So yes, and now I'm somebody who is also who has also taken charges of her own finances. So
Wow.
yes.
Got
So
that. So, guys, can you see the first distinction is she said she's a mother, she's a homemaker, she is an aviation professional, she's a mother, she's a daughter, she's everything like all of us. And at the same time, she is a wealth creator too. She's somebody who took
yeah,
charge. So, I think the first thing that distinguishes Amrita from many women are that most of us don't identify ourselves as wealth creators. So, well, that's the first lesson from a woman who's woken up. Amrita, could you talk about your conditioning, your messages that you received from the society?
yeah. So as growing up, I actually consider myself consider what I'm a feminist. I talk very strongly for women rights, but I wasn't even aware that I had this social conditioning, and it was so strong that finance is a man's job. And I had seen this around me growing up in my family when I was small. My mother used to take care of household expenses, and her contribution was limited till saving, and all the investment, all the tax saving planning, everything else was done by my father. Same was with my grandparents, with people around me, my friends, their families. I mean, that is what I had always seen. That in parties also, like we used to go as children or as grown up. So women would be talking about very different stuff, and men would be in a group talking about equity, properties, investment, and things like that. So
Right.
it was a very strong conditioning. And after I got married, it was the same thing in my family also. My husband, it was a very organic or automatic thing. I didn't even show the slightest of interest that this is something I want to even deal with. So it was
Right.
understood thing that he has to take care of. The finance thing is his job. It is I'm nowhere even near this. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is how it happened. And here also, that is what I always saw. And
Got it.
and I was very comfortable with this environment because I used to think that it's very boring and it's very complicated. And why to get yourself into something so boring and complicated? So
Right.
it's better to kind of stay away.
Got it. So I will just sum up. And guys, if all of you are listening, look at your life and what conditioning you have. Like what Amrita is sharing from her life, grew up in a normal household, mom saving money, managing the household, dad taking all the investment decisions, tax saving decisions. And yeah, and she saw that around her family. So that was it. That was how it was supposed to be, and that's what she was doing in her marriage too. So yeah, the husband is supposed to take care of the family finances, while my income is so called the second income, which
Yeah.
is not the significant income for the house. So if you notice, there are a lot of myths that Amrita has spoken about. Thanks for that, Amrita. It really takes courage to come out and say, okay, this is who I was. And yeah, I can so relate with it. It is so for so many of us, and inclusive of me. So how did you break out? What was that moment,
So like
Amrita?
what you just mentioned, Priyanka, till last year, that is how I used to relate to my income. That's a second income, and it is only to take care of my expenses. So I was very clear. So I am working and earning so that I can take care of my expenses, and
Right,
rest all the household expenses, investments, and everything else is my husband's this thing. It's
right,
his responsibility. So that is how I have for 17 years I have been working, and I have treated my and I have been earning well, and that is how
right,
I have treated my income for so many
right.
years. And
Got it.
yeah, how did I break out of this is somehow, I just started getting present to it, that this is the finance is an aspect where I feel powerless. Yeah, I don't want to get into, and if there is a I would say conversation happening around it, I would feel very uncomfortable because I had no idea
Right,
to this aspect, that I had no idea that about the difference between mutual funds and SIPs, like how you said in your this thing, to that extent.
right,
So then I just and I was in this phase of kind of challenging myself. So I said, what is this which where I feel so powerful? What is this thing? Let me just try and learn about it, and then decide that whether I can do it or not. So let me just
yeah.
give it a shot. And then I got to know about Women on Wealth. I had known Sheetal for last 5 years, and I knew that there is a community like this. So I just got in touch with her, and I said, I think I'm ready now to to dive in and to
Oh,
learn how to take care of my
got
family.
that.
Yes.
Got that. So, number one, guys, if you notice what Amrita is talking about, she woke up to the fact that, okay, I'm scared of finances. I don't go to places, or I don't get into groups where conversations around money or investments are happening. So I stay out, I stay away. And then one day Amrita realized that, oh, why am I so scared? What is there to be so scared about? Right, Amrita? Is that how it is?
Absolutely. Yeah, more than scared, I was like, why I am so powerless? Because uh,
Yeah.
as a person, I love to participate in conversations of various topics, and
Right.
I was like, what is about this that I am so yeah, I actually used to feel powerless, that I have no idea. And I used to say,
Right.
oh, I don't have a commerce background, and all sorts of silly excuses for kind of uh, staying away from it.
Got
And
it.
at my
Wow.
work also, it was the same thing. Like how I just mentioned, that my male colleagues would be talking about investments, property prices, equity, this, tax saving. They would know exactly what is the breakup of the salary, what are the deductions, what are the this. I had no idea. I had no idea what is the breakup of salary, and
Wow.
and I was like, yeah, you guys are. I mean, what kind of boring conversation are you guys indulging in? That would be my kind of reaction. So
Got it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
look at it. Finance is boring. You say that again, Amrita, I missed you.
I'm saying I was pathetic that way. Where finance.
No, no. You know, it's not about you. It's the system that we've built around for women, which doesn't work because you know what? Also, you know, another myth that you spoke about while you were like sharing was that you thought finance was boring. It was like,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So and yeah, today you know we talk with so much excitement and passion about it that you know to me it feels, oh, it's such an interesting topic. How can we make it boring?
It's anything but boring.
It's anything but boring.
Yeah.
Got that. So from being in a space where you were powerless with money, where you thought finance was boring, finance was for men, men are supposed to take care of the family finances. So from there, you woke up and you said, okay, Women on Wealth is my place to be. You showed up. Thanks to Sheetal for that. So, Sheetal, if you're listening, you must know that this is your support. Guys, if you don't know Sheetal, Sheetal Gurung is our core team member and she's contributed to many, many women like Amrita. So, Amrita, thanks for acknowledging her. Uh, so what's the shift now? Where are you now, Amrita? And where is family now?
So the one of the main shifts is that finance is not boring anymore.
Yes.
that is that is the main thing. That is what gets me going because
Okay.
I find it interesting. And
Uh-huh.
so yes, so now now I'm actually an equal partner with my husband, and we are planning the financial future. We plan it together. We our investments and everything. And yeah, there's an amazing shift in the family. Yeah, one thing that I would like to share is some few days back my father I was just having a casual conversation with me, and he said, you know, one of my FDs is maturing, and I have called my stockbroker guy and to invest in some mutual funds and stuff like that. He's retired. So I said, why don't I take care of that? So he said, no, I have no trust in you. You've just learned something. And this guy I have been dealing with for a very long time, and I would go with him. So I said, okay, fair enough. So I said,
Right.
but you are already invested in mutual funds. Do you mind showing me your portfolio? So he said, yeah, sure. So he sent me his portfolio, and I went through it. And then I gave him my feedback that uh, we can do these changes in your portfolio and be much better. And then I showed him the difference between direct investment and regular investments and all of that. So he's like, yeah,
Right.
you're. So he said, you know what? I have whatever recommendations you gave me. I'm going to implement that. And this money that I've got from my FD, I've decided to give it to you to plan the investment in equity. Such a big decision for me that uh, my dad, from saying that I don't have any trust in you because you've just done something now, and I have been dealing with this guy who's a professional, to actually a shift within I would say 3-4 days to giving me control of his uh,
Okay, are we losing you, Amrita? Let's see, are we losing you?
funds to invest it in
Amrita,
equity.
could
And
you could you repeat? Your
I
dad said
told
that
you we
okay, here is the money and I completely trust you, and then we lost you. Could you repeat that part? Can you hear me? Amrita, can you hear me? Amrita, can you hear me? Okay, guys, it seems we've lost Amrita, is it? Well, I can see her here. Okay. Amrita, are you around? Amrita, can you hear me? Okay, are you speaking something because we can't hear you? No, I can't hear you, Amrita. Could you log out and come back in? Could you do that? Guys, this is the interesting part of being online, right? Sometimes our internet goes off, sometimes we go off. So, yeah, we will wait for Amrita to come back. Yes. Rochelle, good to see you here. Yes, we've lost Amrita. Hello, everyone, my entire community, you are here. Rochelle is sharing it as boring stuff that gets us to achieve our dreams. Well, yes. What else? If we can make boring interesting, life would be great, right? Awesome, Gauri. I am glad that your first session with Women on Wealth was on this super special day. Hira, yes, cheers to Amrita. Proud of each woman who's taking charge. That's the key. Okay, we're now waiting for Amrita to come back so that we can continue our conversation of a woman who actually woke up to her finances. Okay. Her husband is here. Guys, if you notice in the chat is her husband who is saying, my life is way easier now. Awesome. I am glad, Rohit, that with Amrita, we could make a difference to your life too. Okay, let's see if we can bring Amrita in. Hey, Natasha. Yes, waiting. Amrita, are you back?
Hi. So, yes.
Okay, got that. Brilliant. And no worries. This is what happens in the online world. So please begin by sharing, because what I last remember was you said that from not trusting you, your father said from your analysis, your understanding, and what you shared with him, he said, hey, I completely trust you and we will go for what you're saying. So could you begin
Yes.
from there?
So that was an amazing moment for me to get that validation. To get validation from the family is, I think, the most important validation, and especially from your parents.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, so that was like a wow moment for me.
Got that. Like a wow moment. And did he bring that broker back, or are you the one who is now responsible for managing his money? How is it?
So now what we are doing is his mutual funds. We are shifting them to direct plan, and
Okay.
yes, and we have kind of consolidated them. He was invested in some 17 different mutual funds.
17 mutual funds, 1 7. Did you say that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh
So
my God.
consolidated it, and
Amrita, 1 second. I must tell everyone, okay, everybody who's listening, if you're watching this video later, you must know that we constantly recommend in our work no more than 4 mutual funds. And here
yes,
is somebody, her father, Amrita's father, who has 17 mutual funds, 1 7, which is way over diversification, which you just don't need. And he thought that Amrita didn't know enough and that he should trust his broker, who got him some 17 mutual funds, which were not needed. And thanks to the woken up Amrita, who took charge and who got financially educated, and she said, no, what are you doing?
yes.
You don't need so many funds. So,
I
that's
actually,
a big move. Go ahead,
and I
Amrita.
told him, I said, look at the duplication. They are all invested in the same companies uh,
Wow.
over and over again. So he's like, yeah, you're right. And I said, I mean, what are we? Why? So yeah, I had to sit with him and kind of make my point, and then he got it.
Right.
Yes.
So, Amrita, if I could sum up what you're saying, guys, it is like when you get financial education, you also get knowledge and you get the awareness and you understand what is what, and then you actually come in and you become more comfortable talking about money. Because Amrita, this is also one challenge that I've seen with women, that they find it extremely difficult to talk about money. Like how you were saying, you would stay away from groups which would talk about
Yeah.
money. Yeah. So how is it
Yes.
now? Are you engaging with those groups or are you still staying out?
Absolutely. I enjoy those conversations, and also to learn, because when you're in these groups, and especially most of these groups are men, and they are investors. So you get to learn so much. And now I'm
Right.
from uh, coming from a space where I'm a student of finance, where I'm learning, where I'm developing myself. So I come from that
Right.
space. Earlier, I come from the space that, like I shared, that it's boring and it's not my job, or it's somebody else to do it. So when
Got
I
it.
come from from the space of being a student and somebody who's there to learn new things, and just see
Yeah.
what the conversation. So yes, definitely I'm participating and I'm enjoying it. That is.
Got that. So you're enjoying. Has it been easy, Amrita? Could we say
Uh,
it was easy? It was simple? How was it?
it it wasn't difficult the way I used to think that it'll be, because I also had this notion about myself that I was an average student in, academically. So it is maybe finance is a job of very intelligent or genius people type. So I thought I would not get it. So I had this
Got
notion
that.
about I would not get it. But I
Uh-huh.
must say it is easy and get it. As an average student,
Got it.
I was able to get it pretty well.
Wow. So another myth broken is that, okay, finance is not for people who know a lot of maths, who are great at
A-
numbers.
and I would also like to really, I would say, give a lot of gratitude to Women on Wealth for having
Okay.
this community. The way you introduce, in your money gym program or in your stocks program, the way you introduce finances, it is so beautifully formulated that it's not difficult to get. It's pretty simple stuff, and it's straightforward. It's like complicated at all.
Beautiful. So finance is straightforward and finance is simple. Going from it's
Yes,
boring and I'm not getting into it, this is not my job, to this world. I mean, this is like a world of a difference. What do
absolutely.
you
And I
think?
think within first 3-4 weeks now of doing the money gen program, I was like, why didn't I do this earlier? 17 years of my I have just blown up in
Yeah,
various. Why didn't I do this earlier? So
got
this was
that.
my
Got
first. Yeah.
that.
Why didn't I do this? Yes.
Wow. I am glad you did it now and that you persist in this work. Yes. So, loads of blessings to you and your family. And again, very, very happy and warm International Women's Day.
Thank you
On
so
this,
much, Kaya. Thank
thank
you so much.
you.
Entire.
Okay, I think we're losing Amrita again. Is it? Guys, can you hear Amrita? Amrita, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, can you? Yes, we can.
Hello.
You were saying something, Amrita.
Yes, I'm just saying. I'm saying, very happy. Lots of appreciation for you and the entire team of Women on Wealth for this movement that you have taken up. For this is
Thank you.
amazing.
Yes, thank you to you who's shown up today, given her time very generously, who's been reading so much with us, engaging in the community. So, Heartfelt gratitude for you and loads of love. We're all together in this
Pleasure.
because we are better
You
together.
too. Thank you.
Got
Thank you.
that. Got that, Amrita. Thank you. Bye bye. So, guys,
Bye.
here was Amrita who made a hell of a difference to her life. From looking at money as a man's job, from money being something that men have to look at, my income is a second income, money is boring, finance is boring, I shouldn't indulge in groups where money is being talked about, to this space. This is called transformation, and this is what we call financial awakening. So here is to one woman who woke up and 4,000 women who have woken up at Women on Wealth. It's your chance now. Make sure you show up and wake up to finances, because now it's your time. If this video has reached you, if this place, Women on Wealth, has reached you, make sure you take advantage of it, because otherwise you will also be saying, like Amrita, oh my God, I wish I had done this earlier. Each community member we have says this to us. And before we close, I want to share something which Rochelle is sharing in the comments below. She's also a community member, a very, very cherished member. She's saying, can't agree anymore. Amrita, on your point that money, gym, and the stocks program only make our lives more meaningful. The systems and processes and the community are a blessing. Got that, Rochelle. Thank you for sharing that. Happy Women's Day, everyone. Keep showing up. We will keep coming every Monday for a Wake Up Women story. Loads of love. Take charge. Stay safe. Bye bye.